An analogy that I really like when it comes to soloing on guitar is to compare a chord progression to a skate park. In a skate park, you have grind rails, kickers, quarter pipes, stair sets, and all kinds of stuff that you can skate on. And as a beginner skater, you might just kind of skate around the park and look at stuff, but you don't really use anything, but you're still in a skate park. And if we compare this to playing a guitar solo at a basic level, this would be simply like playing on the root notes of all the different chords as the changes happen. You're not doing anything fancy, and you're definitely not going to be turning any heads, but you're still doing a guitar solo. And now let's say you've been going to the skate park for a couple of weeks, you know where things are, you're not super confident, but you kind of understand how things work. You recognize that a grind rail is for grinding. If there's a ramp, you can jump off of that. If there's a staircase, you can try to go down the stairs or jump down the stairs. There's some stuff that you can at least think about trying out. But I need you to recognize that you're still in the same skate park. The park itself has not changed. And now that you're cruising around, maybe you try and go for a manual down a ramp, or you go for your first ollie, or maybe you get brave and try and go for your first 50-50. And when we compare this to playing guitar, this would be similar to playing the roots and the thirds of the different chord changes. You're definitely not doing anything insane, but you're recognizing that there's a little bit more texture, there's more color, there's more options for what you can actually play over the chords. Now let's say you've been going to the skate park for a couple of months. You feel very confident with where everything is. You start doing some more intricate tricks. Maybe you start doing kick flips, you're doing board slides on the rails, you're trying to gap down the stairs, and you're feeling pretty confident with your ability. So you want to try and develop some sort of lines. Maybe something like going for a kickflip onto a rail and then going off the rail into a manual. Just something simple, but definitely still impressive. And so what you're doing at this point is developing a feel for the change in terrain. You are definitely very aware of how to use a grind rail, or how to use a stair set, or how to use a ramp. And now, as a very comfortable skater, as you approach a piece of equipment, you simply do whatever you want because you've done it so many times. As you're coming up to a rail, you might go for a 50-50, or you might go for a board slide. It really just depends on what you want to do. And so now at this point, you are improvising lines as a skater. Nobody told you that you have to do a 50-50, or you have to do a kickflip, or you have to do a board slide onto this rail. You simply just decided and pulled from your toolkit. And so if we took this concept and compared it to playing a guitar solo, this would be like playing over the changes with extreme comfort, knowing where all the important chord tones are, and then ensuring that we're playing them every single time we pass through those chords in the progression. This is the exact same as being in the skate park, and every time we come up to the rail, we use the rail, or the ramp, we use the ramp, or we go down the stairs, or whatever it happens to be.